Welcome to my flip through of my colored pages. This is a long video, so please grab a cup of coffee or tea or anything else that you want to drink or snack, and I hope you enjoy my flip through of all the pages that I've colored from the middle of January till the end of March. Enjoy! Hi guys, it's Maria from Sweden here, aka Colorful Planner Mother of 3. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. I have been here for quite a while with the name Planner Mother of 3, but now I have added the Colorful Planner Mother of 3 as I have started a new thing that is very engaging for me, my very happy place, and that's coloring books. So I thought that I was going to make some videos during the months about the pages that I have colored, books I have bought, pens that I like, the whips, the work in progress, and so forth. Everything that's within this coloring book world, and that's a lot, I can tell you that. These are the books that I have colored in from the end of January, let's say the end of January, beginning of February, and I thought that I was going to do a flip through of all the pages. My learning curve is quite steep, so going upwards, I hope. And I am, very much of a beginner, so please excuse me for some of the pages that you will see. Sometimes I take a lot of time shading, and sometimes I feel like I just want to color as it is. And I use color pencils, I use gel pens, I use Inktense, and I've just started to use aquarelle pencils. I'll talk to you about all of these things as we go. I have to thank Marie, my friend from Planner Scrapbooking World. She asked me a question in January. She had just started to color, and she asked if I did that too. And when I looked that up, adult coloring, hashtag adult coloring, I was really hooked on this thing. And she recommended some coloring books that I bought, and then I started to do my exploring, and I found a lot of cool books that I got and that were really intriguing for me to start coloring in. So these are the pages that I have finished. I won't do them in... I will try to show you in some of them the first things that I colored, and then I will, take them as they come, and that will be quite randomly, I think. But let's start with Johanna Basford. I love her books, and I will start with the small victories. Let's see, where can we put this? Okay, we go for this. Anyway, small victories. And these are illustrations pages from her other books, and they are made in a smaller size with the aim of letting the colorist be able to finish things in quite short time. So this one has been with me when I'm out and about, and it's easy for me to, color on a hotel room or, on a train or wherever I am. So let's start. I think the first, I'll show you the first one that I made. The first one was this one. Yeah, this one. This one I did the 24th of January. So I think I talked to Marie about 19th of January, and then I bought some books, and this was the first page that I started. And this is a combination of watercolor pens, color pencils, and some gel pens. You can see there are some glitter effects on every illustration here. Quite nice, you know, very small, and you can take one at a time. This page, I remember I did on a hotel room. I just took one pen, and then I played around with different shading, how hard I was coloring, and that gave me some different results. Here are also from the hotel room, and here is another, the first page, the cover page. So yeah, I started to color all of the pages, all of them with Prismacolor. These are with Prismacolors. This I think is with Artex. So Prisma and gel. Here are Artex and some gel pens. Here is Prisma, Prismacolor, Prismacolor, different colors, Artex and Polychromos, I think. And here are Prisma, and here are the Artex color. And here I had a lot of struggle. I am a little bit hesitant coloring backgrounds, and I thought I wasn't really happy about the background, so I went back and forth with different colors, layers and layers and layers, ended up getting it all blue. But then I took my Derwent electronic eraser and I made some circles, and then I said, okay, let's stop, don't do more of these things, because you will never know when you were supposed to finish. That's one of the personal goals with me. I have these childhood memories where I wanted to cut the Barbie's hair, and I was cutting and cutting, and I didn't get it straight, and I cut and cut and cut and cut and cut and cut, and then suddenly the Barbie doll didn't have any hair left. And that's a little bit me when it comes to coloring. You know, when I am thinking, well, I am 99% finished, but I should, and then I destroy everything. So the challenge for me is to stop in time, or if I, you know, put something onto the page and then I'm not happy after that, just let it be, you know, because life goes on. Here I have the Prismacolor, and this is quite interesting because here I tried out to blend with the Prisma blend, and as you can see, it gets really, you get a different output than on the mushroom. But if you choose, let's see where I can get those. Where are you? I had them here just a minute ago. Let's see. So if we take these, I'll have to do an experiment. So if I go over with this one, let's see if we can get the black lines back. Because I don't really appreciate when the picture goes, you know, when it's kind of blurry. But then I saw on the background on my personal computer, the ones that Microsoft gives you. Today it was a picture of a big stone, and the stone was focused, and then the background looked like this. So it may function if you do it with a purpose, but here, yeah, I don't know if you get a lot of difference, but anyway. Yeah, and then here we have at the hotel room again. I didn't bring all of my Prismacolors. I had just like 50 different colors, and I ended up using all of the pink ones and the purple ones. So I played with them here. So that's it. And then we have something here. Yeah, these are, this is I made on the Valentine's Day. I finished it the 18th of February. We were in Paris, I remember. And here are the flowers. Here I decided not to go for the background because I didn't want to destroy the output. So yeah, that's the small victories. I have a whip here, work in progress. I'll show that in another video. So that was the small victories. Then we have, do we have more from Johanna Basford? Yes, we do. Here is another one. This one I got just a couple of weeks ago. I have already made some, it has some dirt on it. And here I have only one finished page. And this is the introduction page. But this was fun because these are all painted with gel pens. So we'll see if we can get some glitter effects here. Not sure if you see that. Let's see. Yeah, and I have pan pastel on the, no, Prismacolors from the lightest pink to darkest pink. So yeah, I like it very much. It took some time because it's a lot of, we have a lot of small flowers, but it was quite a joy to paint in this or color in this one. This is a book that I really like. I'll do a flip through of this later on. Tell me if you want me to show you different books from different artists or other things you want to see. This is really my beginner video. And then we have Rita Burman. Rita Burman, she comes from Germany, I think. And I love her style. I have all of her books, but these are the ones that I have started to color in. Yeah, let's see. I have another one. 2 seconds. There's one that I didn't bring. Where are you? Oh, you know, when you think you have everything in order and then you end up not finding all of the books. The Frühlings, the spring edition. Not sure where that one is. Anyway, I'll show that in another video, I think. I'll show that in another video. I can't find it right. Yes, here it is. There you are. So, this one is Mein Spaziergang durch die Fahrerseiten. So here we have the 4 scenes in one book. It's quite thick. And then we have Vinterspaziergang and Frühlingsspaziergang. Sorry for the accent or the pronunciation. And I wanted, and then we have the Meine Reise durch Europa. There is one in Africa and Asia, and then we have, of course, summer and autumn. And then we have one under the sea and one is over the sea when it comes to nature and animals. So nice. Anyway, so this one was a very happy little book that I started to color in. The first page I did was this one. which I really, or finished. I started, but it took some time. But then I ended up doing, you know, finished the page. And the thing is that I used some metallic gold pens, gel pens, to get the circles. And then I, you know, colored the motive inside with Prismacolor and Artex pencils. Prisma and Artex. I put some small dates when I finished them. So this one was the 23rd of January, and the last one I did on the 11th of March when I finished the whole page. So yeah, I'm looking forward to do this one as well. I will continue with the gold metallic circles, and then I'll do the coloring in different colors. Really, really nice. I think her illustrations, they really welcome a very, you know, funny and playful way of coloring where you don't have to be authentic, which I really like. We were going to Paris in February, so of course I had to go straight to the France or Paris edition. And that is here. Let's see. Where does it say Paris? These are from Lisboa, and then we have Paris. Yeah, of course, that's the first page of Paris. Bonjour Paris. And this was very fun for me because I did some background with some watercolor. Not that happy with that, but this is very much a beginner thing. And I also played with the gel pens, covering the black lines so that the curtain would look more like flowy. Not sure if that really comes out, but that was my intention at least. Yeah, I like it. It's this house, the first house here, is quite big, and the first colors that I used really killed the page, so I had to erase everything and do it. I think I made it 3 times, so the paper was very much already used, you know, when I tried to put some color on it. The paper didn't have that much tooth, which made the coloring quite hard, but I'm happy how this ended up at last. Yeah, and then I am quite, you know, oh, I had to try this, and this time I wanted to try the pastel, the what do you call that, carambache, the pit. Oh, I'm not sure if it was Neocolor 2 or if it was pastel pencils, and then I went, it is the Neocolor 2, this pink thing. And then I wanted to try out with the acrylic pens, and so here is the gouache. I messed it all up, and then here is with the acrylic marker. So that's quite interesting. The colors are nearly the same, but it's 2 different mediums. And here I went all over the place with the colors. I really wanted to play and make it playful. This is version 2, because the first time of coloring it was with 1 layer, and then I went over with yellow and orange on nearly every color here. So as you can see, yeah, it's okay. It's a fun page. I'm quite happy. Here again, I tried with the the black lines with white or pink, and here I messed up the butterfly. But it was a fun time making this one. A lot of gel pens again on the flowers. And yeah, I wanted to stay in these yellow and pinkish orange colors. I have a whip here as well. And then I did, let's see, I have two body coloring in this one. I won't show that until I can show my friend Marie's pages, but here is one Easter rabbit that I finished, again with the background. I wasn't happy about the outcome, so here I took some watercolor and splashed some colors without covering this page. So here you can see how the color went all over the place. Yeah, maybe happy about the outcome, maybe not, I'm not sure. It was fun doing it. Sometimes in the middle of the coloring I wasn't happy at all, but I said, okay, let's save whatever we can, and yeah, I'm happy about this one. It has a lot of gel pens, Jelly Roll and other more cheap ones. Do you see how it glitters? I think you do. Yes, you do. Yeah. So that's mein Spaziergang durch die Jahreszeiten. If you want me, Jahreszeiten. If you want me to do a flip through of this one, I will gladly do that. So please write that down below. Here is the Frühlings. Let's see. Oh yeah. Here is a small one that I made on the introduction page. I used only colors that are very much close to each other. So it ended up quite blend or dull maybe. So I went with the blending pens and with some neon colors and some gel pens, and now I think it looks quite nice. I worked a lot with the shadings so that it would come to life. You know, sometimes you have a vision about how it will look when you're finished, and sometimes it doesn't really correspond to that. The outcome won't be as you were thinking. I don't think I have, but now I'm happy with it. I have a body color. Yeah, I have shown the body color, but I can't show you, or can I? Do I have that in my... I will come back and show my body coloring in another video. But here was the body color that I had with Marie here. And I have finished this one in the Jahreszeiten, the 4-season book. So that's where I have my body coloring. But I will do this one also because I really like the motive. And this one goes from spring to summer to autumn, and then winter and Christmas in the end. Or, yeah, the Jahreszeiten, not this one, of course. This one is a spring edition. So I am very happy continuing coloring in that one. The Winter Spaziergang. I have this one. This one I did in the beginning. Again, first coloring version was quite plain, and then I looked I went to Pinterest to see, okay, can you do something else? And then I saw that, okay, it's a winter motive, because the coloring I made looked more like, I don't know, it looked like spring or summer edition, and then I realized that this is a winter edition. So I made a circle and I put some dark blue colors onto this one, and I put some acrylic paint so that I could mark the snow. Yeah, so then suddenly everything was more like a snow theme. But if I would do it again, I would probably choose brownish colors on the houses. But this is how this turned out. Then I went to this one. These are very much a Scandinavian theme of the gloves, and they come in very colorful motives. and I really wanted to play around with that, so that's what I did. And I finished this on my daughter's birthday, actually. And yeah, this one I really like how it turned out. This was, you know, in the beginning of my coloring career, and I was very happy about the outcome. The pens that I used were the Polychromos, I'm quite sure, or it might be the Chromaflow. I don't, well, let's see. I might have written it here. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see. I think I wrote about it here. Polychromos. The gloves were in Polychromos and the bird in Polychromos. Yeah. So this is a planner from Sterling Ink that I use as a coloring log. I don't put every color I do, but I'm trying to do that as well as I can. And then the other page that I made was this one, very Scandinavian theme. This is what we call the Lidehäll. Yeah, and here I played around with the typical Scandinavian colors, blue, yellow, red, and green. I looked up how the Lidehäll looks like. I tried to color it as authentic as it is, and then I picked the colors and I went and put them, you know, on different places here. I practiced coloring the pine and trying out different colors or shading, or not coloring, the shading on the pines as well as here on the little birdhouse. Yeah, I was quite happy when I finished this. Afterwards, I realized that this was probably a wooden background, but I went for more contrast, so I went to the yellow and the orange, made an orange-yellow wall as a background, and these are all in Polychromos. Yeah, they are. So that's what I colored in the Winterspaziergang. Then we go for the alcohol markers. Here in Sweden, the alcohol marker, the Coco Wyo culture is quite big, as it is in the whole world, I think. So yeah, I tried that. I will practice that more. It's not my cup of tea 100%, but I think it's quite fun. This was the first one I made, so just played around with the colors, 70s theme color choices, and, you know, trying out the shadows, not knowing really what I'm doing. Having the acrylic marker, the white ones, to, you know, to uplift the illustration. And then I think I did this one. This one was while I had a coloring date with my mom. I didn't have that many different colors, so yeah. And I didn't swatch the colors before I used them, so I was quite, you know, surprised when I looked at the pen, and then I realized that the color was something different. So yeah, I did all of the new beginner mistakes you can do. And then this one is also another one that I'm more happy with, but it's a whole new world, and it's a quite, you know, complicated techniques for the alco markers to look great, and I am into that. But right now I focus more of, you know, using my coloring pencils and my watercolor pencils and these kind of things. But yeah, This floral babies, this one is something that is quite easy to color because I make them easy. The first one was this one, and this one I think is so cute. This is Lana Green, and her art is, I mean, these girls are so cute, or babies. I think it's mostly girls here. So this one I started, and I used, you know, alcohol markers, and then I went on with some Prismacolors and some gel pens. Very simple, but very cute. Doesn't take that long, and it's quite, you know, satisfying to be able to finish. And here is another one where I decided not to color the skin, just leave it as it is and just go for the eyes and the hair and the other tones. And here I used the acrylic markers to make the wings look more light. Yeah, I'm very happy how that one looked. And I have a whip, as you can see here. Yeah, so these are cute. And here I had did some body coloring. I'll show that later. Then I made another one, and this one is Storefronts and Houses by Rita Prints. Amazon paper, one illustration per paper, so you can use your alcohol markers and alcohol markers. And here is the grocery store. Again, didn't have that many colors when I did this one, but I like how it turned out. This is the 11th of February, so I was still very much learning. But these were the alcohol markers that I did. Where should we go after this? Then I did one in this one. I'll do another video about my body coloring because I really would like to show my friends' illustrations and coloring. But here was mine, and I'll show you in another video the ones that we have done together. This one was a very fun to do. I was sitting outside in the kitchen while my husband was, you know, cooking, and then we sat there for the evening and talking, and I was there with all of my pens. These are polychromos, and while I was coloring this, because I think I started with the 72 ones in a tin box, and he was there listening to me how I was trying to find different colors. I used the polychromos and the chromaflows, the ink, the Derwent, the chromaflow, yeah. And I said, well, there are some more pencils in the polychromos, and I'll buy that later. And then he said after 5 minutes, you know what, I just bought it for you, so they will arrive soon. And yeah, I was very happy, so I could finish that with more of the colors. Because here, the color scheme is, I wanted to use kind of cold colors. I wanted to give her gray hair, as I have gray hair, and I wanted to make all of the things around her face in these more of a cool bluish tones without using blue. So it was the red, purple and pink actually. And then I went for autumn leaves around her. I really love this one. And I can see that, I don't know if there is any color here, or if I have actually forgotten. In the background was with yeah, what was that? Let's see. Did I write anything about that? I hope I did. Let's see. Let's see if I can find any. Brutfune Chromafro Prismacolor and Brutfuner Macaron. Yeah, Brutfuner Metallic, Chromaflow, Prismacolor, and Brutfuner Macaron. Yeah. So I guess, but it feels like I've been using some watercolor. So I think that I've used the Neo Color 2, and then I have, because the color is quite intense, and then I think I have used some colors, some pencils after that, some Prismacolors. Yeah. So that's a book from Emelie, Lidehäll, Öberg. I will happily go through these if you want me to show you. She is one of the 3 artists here in Sweden that are internationally very well known. I love her books. And after that, we go from one Swedish artist to another. So we go for Hanna Karlzon. Hanna Karlzon, and her book is Daydreams. And here I think I have one of my favorites of this first quarter of 2025, and that's this one. I made the 2 of them, and I really like how this turned out. Also, I put a lot of time. I'll tell you about that in just a second. But this one, it was quite easy. The paper is perfect, and the Prismacolors were really the Prisma and the, what did I use? The luminance. I think we have the luminance color, the Carandash luminance in this one. So I decided to be within this color palette, and I really love how it looked like. Like it very much. And some gel pens, of course, but very, neutral colors. And I didn't go for the burning of the colors, just shading a little bit, but very, very soft. But here we are going for burning. I burnt these colors so hard. Again, when I was, overdoing it, so I realized that I have to go back and, get this page a new layer. So what I did was that I started up here somewhere, and then I came down to this one, and it was red, and it stood out so hard. It took over the whole place. So then I went for the purple, and that made it even worse. These weren't colored, and I was like panicking because I didn't know what to do. So what I did was that I went over with the yellow colors again, and went very, very carefully around every house and made sure that I was shading so that we could really see how the light comes and how the building was, sculptured, the round effect and so forth. And after doing that, I realized that I wanted to color the windows. I had already colored the frames around these, and I realized that I actually wanted everything to be white because these were already colored. And I decided to leave them as they were, and use the white frame to make the windows to pop out. And then I put some gel pens here, and I lighted. Some of these houses have, their lamps are on, and some rooms they are not. So I play with the yellow and the grayish to make, to make them pop out. And then I have, as I said, I have worked a lot with the colors, so it's all very smooth here. Then I got the urge to make a sky. And I think I started with some pan pastel, or it might be an ink tense, and it didn't work. It was too dry. There was, you know, I didn't feel like it, so I just left it, and it will stay like that. I really have to practice my background later on in a book where I don't really care about the outcome. Yeah, so that's Daydreams by Hanna Karlzon. I love her illustrations, and I love the size of the book and the page, the quality of the paper. So I am looking forward to continue coloring. Here I am. Here I have a whip. Let's put a mark on that one. Here I have used the pan pastel. I fixed it, and now it's time for me to color it. And I thought I was going to do that now here when we are heading Easter. So this will be my Easter bunny. Very cute. So that was the Daydreams. And then we have Les Créatures de Ken Matsuda from Hachette Heroes. Very, very nice book. And here I have actually, it comes with some learning, some explanations how to color using different media. So here is with the watercolor, aquarelle, and then how to, you know, color the leaves, the flowers, and so forth, and then how to use the color pencils. I like that very much. But here is the first page that I made, and I used Inktense. And this was such a joy. I was like, hey, I didn't know where to go because it was so fun. It was so fun to just let the color and the water play with each other. And, you know, you work freely. You don't need to be inside the lines, and the color can go a little bit wherever it wants. But this gave me the urge to get some watercolor pencils. So after that, I bought the Museum Aquarelle from Caran d'Ache and the Albrecht Dürer, which are the watercolor pencils. So, and I'll show you more how I use them. But this is such a joy, and this book is so fun. The paper is perfect. It gets a little bit crinkly, but I think that's how we like them. And I think I can go with some, do you see this? I think we can go with some color pencils on this one, or other. If I can't, I have to choose which one I want. But I really would like to, you know, work with the water and the colors. In the back, we have also how the artist has colored the pages if we want to go and have a look. And then we have some pages that have this inspiration page. Love this. I don't know which one I have going to start, but they are so beautiful. Such a joy. This is the best journey I've been on, I can tell you that. So that was another. I'll show you my next water medium experience. This is Stjärnfall by Maria Trolle, Swedish artist again. I don't know the name, the shooting star or starfall, maybe. I don't know the English name of it. I should look that up. I haven't. But this is a Swedish book anyway. And here is the page that I've done here. Here was a coloring along with, I think it was Colorful Country Life, or was it Pamela's Passion for Pens? I don't remember which one it was, but and this was such a nice thing to be. This was my first color along. So I sat down, I took all of the pens and all of the materials we had, and then I followed step by step. So here we have Inktense and we have color pencils. She's using Prismacolors. I didn't have them at the time, so I had to use the coloring chart, this one, that I got from my Colorful Country Life. So whenever they said, you know, for this house we use, for instance, like for instance, what was the colors? Doesn't matter what kind of color it was, but let's say Peacock Green, PC 907, that's the Prismacolor. And then I could go and see what color is that in different brands. I have Polychromos, Luminance, and Brute Furners I have, Crayola I have, Artex I can find a replacement, the Chroma Flow don't have, and so forth. So I could nearly make about the same colors, but not 100%. For instance, this color, I couldn't find the same color tone, so that shows. Anyway, a lot of beginner mistakes, but also a lot of learning how you work with layers. Like here, the Inktense is 2 times 3 layers, and after that it's 2 times Prismacolor layers in 3 different tones. So it was quite intense and so fun. So this I will continue. I will find other color alongs, because that's a good way of learning how to do things. Then you actually have to remember it, but well, that's another story. Anyway, so that was Stjärnfall by Maria Trolle. And then we have this one, the Symphony of Cute Animals. Very cute little book. And here I made the first page. And this was quite funny, because I started to color it, and then I realized, okay, this is actually the same one as the front copy, the front cover. So I was like, okay, well, Maria, maybe you should have looked that up, because, well, you can see, we don't see that many resemblance, do we? But it was very fun. The paper is magical. It's there's this tooth, a little bit like, I don't know, it's well, something that is quite common for the books that are made in Japan and China. Very nice paper. Prismacolor is this one. Very nice. And then we get to the Mythographic, and this is quite a fun story. When I first saw, I'm not a fan of fantasy. That's my, you know, the grand position where I am. So when I saw these videos on YouTube, I flipped, you know, I didn't open them up because I didn't want to, I thought that I wasn't interested in that kind of illustrations. But then there was one of the ones that I follow, and she was talking about the Mythographic, and then she showed some of her colored page. And I was blown away of the results. So I just had to jump into the Mythographic and see what it was. I happen to love Joseph Catimbang's, because I think there are 2 or 3 different artists, and Joseph Catimbang's style really appealed to me. So I ordered the Wild Winter. I thought that the bear was so cute here. And then I was taken 100% by a storm of Mythographics pages. So here is the first one. I had an idea, and then of course I didn't go as I was thinking, but I had an idea of doing the giraffe in orange. And then when I looked it up, I realized that, well, it's not orange, it's more like beige, grayish orange tone. So I wanted it to look quite realistic, but then everything else is not. So, and then I had to start, you know, thinking about the colors that are opposite and so forth to get the contrast. Anyway, it was such a fun. The thing with this edition of book is that you also have hidden things, like this girl is lighting up this, and she has done that with different lamps. I was trying to put this yellow, you know, light everywhere, but the hidden things were like her glove that she had lost here, small insects, and a diamond, and other things. So it was quite fun. I used some washi tape to protect the page because I was going for some watercolor here, Neo Color 2. And then I'll let the washi tape sit for a little bit too long. So when I took it off, it also brought the paper with it. So I damaged the paper. So I realized that I wanted to make this, you know, permanent. So I looked for another washi, and this washi I really think matched well. So I put it here. There's one good thing, but I won't use the function, but these are perforated, the pages, so you can wrap them out if you're not happy with them, but I haven't done that yet. Very cute. I think she is the giraffe. I gave her even longer eyelashes. There, and then as you can see, I used a lot of gel pens, some cheap ones, no brands at all. Now I have jelly roll pens. These cheap ones, they were really effective and very good. Then we went for this one with the little, what do you call this? Is it a deer? Well, anyway, this little kid inside a light bulb. Very nice. Different mediums. Again, Neo Pastel, Neo Color, Prismacolor, and gel pens. The Prisma pencils are beautiful with this paper. It is such a joy. Oh no, it's not. It's now I see. It's alcohol markers, alcohol pens that I started to layer. So as you can see here, the layering is in pink, and I used some green and yellow, and then I layered with pencils afterwards. I did the same thing here, as you can see. And here, this one was a little bit of a mess because I was coloring this late at night. I didn't really see what it was, so I was just playing around with the alcohol markers. And then I realized, okay, well, this seems like it looks like it's a house, but what is this? And then, are we in the sky, or are we down underwater? And you know, I turned this around and I realized that this is a house. But then I asked myself, what is this? Is this water, or is it stone? Is it what is it? And I just, you know, I kept coloring, and I think I like it how it turned out at last. Prismacolor and a lot of gel pens and some alcohol markers. And this one is messed up big time, really big time. So I ended up using acrylic pens. Do you call them acrylic pens? Acrylic pens? Acrylic markers. Just to hide every mistake I made. I don't remember. I used kind of, well, everything. Nothing went as I was expecting, and that was quite kind of a shame because I really liked the page. I wanted to use the color palette Pale Purple. That's not a color that I really like. Pale Purple together with yellow. Pale Purple, light blue, and pink together with yellow. And it ended up, so a lot of acrylic marker, a lot of hiding. There are plenty of things happening under here, but you can't see that. So yeah, I'm all good. I survive. And then I made this one. I haven't put a date on it yet, but I'll look it up. What I did, or was it just here? What I did was all of the hidden things, I colored them in orange tones so they would pop up. Didn't do that in this one, did I? Here you can see them, but I didn't color this in orange anyway, but here I did, and I just colored them in with alcohol markers so that they would pop up, but then I didn't do it. Well, I'm not consistent. This I could go over with some shading. I can see that I haven't done that, so I'll put a whip on this one. So I will go back and finish it, and then I can put a date on it. I have forgotten actually. I would like to color that also. So and here is a whip that I am really loving doing. The peacock here. It's a peacock, is it? First half is done, and then I'm going over for this one, and this one I use Inktense. I used alcohol markers on the background, a neo orange. I love that. And then I am, finishing it with the greens and the purples and the pinks to make it, really pop out. And it's Inktense. I love Inktense. Derwent Inktense, I love. So yeah, then I have another whip here somewhere. I think, or is it in oh yeah, it's here. I'll put another one of these, and I'll show you that one later. But these are, it's every time when I start coloring, I get goosebumps of joy, because the Prismacolor together with this paper and the size and the illustrations, I love it. Prisma or Inktense, both of them are lovely. Yeah, so that's the Mythographic. So yeah, I am hooked. I bought some others I haven't started yet, but I'll show you them later on. If you would like to see, then please write that down below. And then we have another one where the paper is all fantastic. This is an old book, Romantic Country. 2015 was the first time they launched this book. So yeah, this one was printed in 2024. It's a series of 3, Romantic Country 1, 2, and 3, and this is the first one. And this is actually a book that I have 2 of, so I was thinking that I was going to have one book here as my first book, and then I would have the other one to, explore and do whatever I wanted to. But then when I started to do whatever I wanted to, that was this one, I realized that no, this book is so beautiful, I can't just have it for like experimenting in. So that book is actually delivered, or I have brought it to one of our we have 2 summer houses or other houses that we go to frequently. So I put one of those books there so I can, use them when I'm there. or use it when I'm there. But anyway, the first page that I did in this one was, let's see if we can put, was this one. I got inspiration from another person. I don't remember who it was. I think she's Danish. And she had tried out different, I've been sitting outside, so I can feel that there are some dirt or, yeah, now it's off. Here are the pencils that I have: the Black Widow Dragon, the Brutfuner Macaron, the Prismacolors, the Faber-Castell Polychromos, the Brutfuner Metallic, the Derwent Inktense, the Caran d'Ache Museum Aquarelle, the Albrecht Dürer, and the Derwent Chromaflow. And it was quite nice way of trying out different pencils. So I will do that for all of my different series of books where I have, you know, plenty of books. And there are always a page where you can, you know, split them into different parts and then write the name of the pen, the pencil, and the colors. While doing this, you could feel like, oh yeah, this is really nice. It's easy to get it burned out. Oh no, this metallic, you can't really, you know, it has kind of a flat, dead end. Oh yes, the Inktense, look at these colors. I love that. Or the Museum Aquarelle. So, and the Albrecht Dürer. And while doing these, I realized that I wanted to color with water. So this page, the Henry books, is just finished like yesterday or the day before. And this page is all about Albrecht Dürer and the Museum Aquarelle. And I really loved these colors, so I decided that I wanted to keep them in this color scheme, as well as this one. So here is another one, and these are Albrecht Dürer 100%. And I have right now got all of, because I bought was it a smaller set? I don't remember how many. And now I have bought from Cult Pens in Great Britain or England, and they had this buy 3 buy 2, or no, buy 3 pay for 2. So I decided that I wanted to get all of my Pablos, so I can get 100% of them, the collection, and then the Albrecht Dürer and some aquarelle that I didn't have. Did I use the Pablos? I realized that I haven't. No, I have not. So I have to do another one with the Pablos. Yay! And I am actually, I have just received new Artex because I have them on at our other house. So I will do another egg with that. And then I'm waiting for some new Brutfuners because I really like those pencils. Yeah. And I could, this book, the size again, the paper quality and the story and the illustrations. If you want to have a flip through of these, please write that down below and I'll do that, because these are so darn cute. Oh, yes. And then finally we have this from Leila Dooley. Floribunda Year, a flower coloring companion. Here we have, for every month, we have a couple of pages of beautiful flowers. And my idea is that I will, color 1 or 2 pages every month within the month that we are in. So I was very fast. I got this the last days of March. And these are the 2 pages that I did, the 30th and the 31st. And I really, really love this book. I love the format. It's quite long and a little bit smaller. The paper is beautiful. And here we are playing with the watercolors, the Albrecht Dürer and the Museum Aquarelle. And the ink pens, actually. And some gel pens in the background. And here I did some mistake. This one was colored really, really bad. It was like, because I didn't really see what it was, so I colored it green, and then when I was coloring this one, I realized, oh no, it's the same kind of flower, because there were so many leaves around it. And then I tried to correct my mistake by going on with blue on the green, and then it died. So what I did was that I went to the copy machine and made a color copy of this one, cut it out, put it here, and then I put on some new colors. So yes, you can see, you really can see, but you can't, it doesn't pop up as the first edition did, because that one was really a mess. So yeah, this was the two ones that I made the last days of March. And now I'm looking forward to color spreads of April. Maybe this one or maybe something else. So, and I can come back every year and I can, you know, for the certain month, choose a page. And then, yeah, I like that. Yeah. So that's the Floribunda Year. Then I said it was the last one, but this is actually the last one. This is Johanna Basford, the 2025 weekly coloring planner. As being a planner 100%, I really like to do that for my coloring as well. Not that much planning ahead, because I really need to be just in the moment when I'm coloring, but I really want to log everything that I color. So, and I use it for that. It comes with illustrations on the left hand side, and then you have the week on the right hand side. And what I do is that I'm logging what I'm doing. So whenever I start a page, I write what page, what book, and what author or artist, what book, and what page, and when I am starting and when I am ending the page. So, for instance, here this I started the 17th and I ended the 17th. Here I started the 19th and I'm ended the 20th. Then I tried out another, like here I have, you know, I started the 10th and then I ended the 10th and I ended the 11th. So yeah, so whenever I finish a page, well, then I can write the date of the starting of the special book. And whenever I have ended everything, I color the leaf. I have to go through and see if I can color some leaves. So whenever it's green all over the page, it means that I have finished everything. Yeah. And what I also did was that I was really keen on coloring the page. So I started to color this one, but ended up, because these are the metallic pens and I really wanted it to shine, so I went for a blending, so everything got really messy, and also I get a little bit of, you know, color residues on the page, like this one or this one. You can see it's kind of dirty, and I really didn't like that, so I decided not to color this page. So I will leave them uncolored. I might color them another day in another, you know, another year, or sometimes another time. But I know that this illustration is in one or even two books from Basford. So you know, I can find them in the ordinary books, because these illustrations, I think most of them are from her books that I have. So there is no need for me to color these. And this also will stress me, because that means that I really need to color this while we are in this particular week, and I'm not really into that. So yeah, what I am supposed to do now is that I have to color, because these are finished, so I have to color the leaf, and I have started some other coloring pages that I haven't written down yet, and I will do that with my Sarasa Dry. That really works really well with this paper. Yeah, that's all, guys. I hope that you enjoyed everything here. I haven't really counted, but I think, well, no, I won't go there. My statistics aren't 100%, but there are some pages that I have finished. This was the first quarter of 2025. In the future, I will do it for every month, so it won't be that long video. Yes, thank you for watching, and please comment down below, like if you liked what you've seen, and please follow me if you want to stay in touch. And yeah, please comment. Do you want me to show anything? Is there a question that you want to have answered? It means a lot, and yeah, let's stay in touch. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.